Welcome back to Divorce Real Talk. So far, in this series, we've talked about preparation, we've talked about mindset, and we've talked about moving from pain to power. But today, we're going to be talking about the foundation that holds everything together. Because here's the hard truth: you can have the best lawyer, you can have the cleanest strategy, you can have the perfect plan on paper. But if your mind is fried, your emotions are unchecked, and your body's breaking down, you won't make it through this process in one piece. Divorce, it just isn't about, hitting you in the heart or your bank account. It hits your nervous system. It affects your sleep. It affects your focus, your appetite, your body, and your mental health. Today's episode is about building one thing that no one can take away from you: your strength. Okay? Physically, mentally, emotionally. And joining me today, as always, my co-host and the author of The Divorce Playbook, the one and only Gio Sardo. Brother.
What's going on, brother? How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Oh, man. Amped up to talk about, the strength within and how to get yourself ready and the preparation that comes from within. It's life-changing.
It is life-changing. So look, let's start off with, divorce. You say that it's a full body trauma. And a lot of people think that it's not, that it's just stress. What's actually happening inside your body when you're going through this?
Well, it's simple. Stress causes full body trauma when you don't address it, right? So what happens? You're stressed, you don't eat. You don't eat, your energy levels go down, right? You become more irritable. You don't know how to manage emotions as much. You don't sleep. Well, if you don't sleep and you don't re-energize, what happens? You're not as focused. You're more sensitive. You know, it boils down to every single negative effect that it can have on your system. Think about driving a car down the highway and never ever stopping for maintenance. You never check the tires, you never change the tires, you never change the oil, you never, you keep the engine idling, you roll, you run over potholes nonstop, you go over rough terrain. You never take care of the car, and then you say, well, why doesn't the car work anymore? It's the same thing when it comes to divorce. If you don't handle the mind, if you don't handle your physical health, if you don't handle your emotions, you're never going to make it out alive. And let's be clear, like you said, you can have the best attorney, you can have the best strategy, but if you're not in check and healthy, I've seen it. I've seen people walk into court, the best strategy, an amazing attorney. We're ready. The game plan was done. Meetings, prep, this, that. They walk into court, see their ex, and lose their mind. I've heard people say, my attorney wants me to shut up. But, dude, you're out of control.
What was the but?
But you got to understand. Your Honor, my attorney wants me to be quiet, but I feel the need to continue. It's because you're not regulated. It's because you're not regulated.
You haven't slept. You haven't slept in days, probably, maybe weeks, months.
So
You're eating like crap, right? You're eating like crap. You haven't slept. You're stressed to the max. So let's talk about that mind-body connection. Because you
Go
make
for
a
it.
You made a great point. You know, you're driving down a highway in a car, but you're not maintaining the car. So mind body connection. You say that it isn't about fitness fluff, it's about neuroscience. Why does the movement matter so much during divorce?
Motion. So where your energy flows, your focus goes.
Oh, famous quote, Tony Robbins, buddy.
Where your energy goes, your focus flows. So if you're a potato, you're not going to go anywhere. The blood circulation isn't there. The stress management isn't there. Um, you're not unloading any stress. You're harboring toxicity. You're keeping it in. And when you keep all that stuff inside, right, like a kettle, at a certain point, if you don't release the pressure valve, it explodes.
Or even worse, what will it cause? Dis-ease. That's what disease is.
Yeah.
It's dis-ease in your body. When you have that conflicting when you have that in your body, that's what it causes.
Yeah, it's disease, and we say, oh well, look, we live in a society where you drink enough water, your body's healthy. If you drink too much water, you're gonna hurt yourself. If you drink a coffee a day, you're okay, but if you drink 3 coffees a day, it's too much. Like at a certain point, opinions are like a-holes. Everybody's got one. Everyone's going to believe, whatever it is they want to believe. But at the end of the day, if you don't manage your body, if your energy levels aren't up, if you're not taking care of you, it doesn't matter what you eat. It doesn't matter. Like it has to be a full body of work to take care of you. And this is not just through divorce, this is through life.
Yeah, it is. It is. And I'm going to call you out on something, Gio. I saw you drinking a Monster Energy drink. What's up with that? While he's taking a sip.
Let's be clear. I drink enough caffeine to kill a buffalo. Okay? No one is perfect. But here's the thing. I eat clean. I work out. I don't smoke. I drink reasonably. I don't down a bottle of whiskey every night. I don't do drugs. I move. I lead a healthy lifestyle. If this is my only vice, I can live with that. If everything else that enters my body is clean, I can live with that. Can I get rid of it? Absolutely. But I am up at 3 o'clock every morning, and my day is done around 10, 11 o'clock at night. And everything that I do is could I sleep more? Absolutely. But I wake up every morning with purpose, with drive, with positivity to do everything that I need to take care of me, to take care of my family, those who sit at my table, and to help people around the world. Yeah, I could live with a little caffeine.
Fair enough. Fair enough, Gio. And you know what? That wasn't really, as much as it seems like a dig, I want people to understand that it's all about moderation at the end of the day. You could, if you're doing 95% of the things that you do are right and good, 5%, it's fine. Don't over stress because you had a candy bar, or obviously don't have a candy bar every day. But if you had a candy bar, or you had a monster drink, or it's not a big deal. Now, I know you just said you wake up at 3 o'clock every morning. I know you have a crazy routine. Crazy in the sense that I wouldn't wake up at 3 in the morning. But hey, we all do what works best for us. And you ask 10 different health coaches, fitness coaches, they'll give you 10 different responses. You got to do what works for you. So explain what does Gio's routine look like, and then I'll go over mine as well.
Up at 3 in the morning,
Okay.
right away, get my pre workout in, head down to the gym. I got to put in about an hour, hour and a half, right? And that's 5 times a week.
Okay.
Get home, shower, need my protein. I meet with my executive assistant at 5:30 every morning.
Wow.
My executive assistant lives out in Kenya,
Mm.
different time zones, so we connect. We're done talking by 6 a.m. 6 a.m., I'm either waking up the kids or I'm waking up Alex. From 6 to 6:45, I'm getting my family started for the day. Who needs breakfast? Who needs this? Who needs their coffee? I make sure that everyone is ready to get out the door. 6:45, I'll drive my son to his bus stop because he's got a big commute to his school. 7 o'clock, I'm back home. I prepare my breakfast. Kiss Alex as she's on her way out the door. 7:30, my work day starts.
Wow.
So yes,
It,
I've met with my executive assistant, but that's just like a daily check-in. But now my day starts. From 7:30, I'll be available up until 8, 9 o'clock at night for work. Now, there's the variables. When the kids are home, I stop, but I'm the one that makes dinner. I work from home, so I prepare food. I make sure my family has food on the table to eat. It's either family time or I'm still working. Then around 8:39, when I'm absolutely done everything, it's me time with me and Alex. Then around 10, 10:30, out like a light to start the cycle over again the next day. I don't stop moving. I have by my desk, I have water bottles, I have my Monster because hey, that's my vice. I have protein milk, I have mineral water. I try to stay as clean as I can be. I have healthy food upstairs, and every now and then I'll order food. What I hate is when people say, well, I'm having my cheat meal. No, it's again, it's like we spoke about in the last episode, it's all about mindset. I don't look at it as I'm allowed to, have a cheat meal. No, it's as long as I'm following a healthy eating style, 85 to 90% of the time, I'm good. Health wise, you know, back during COVID, when I got up to 290 pounds, I had diabetes. Now it's under control. No more high blood pressure. Nothing negative. I've got my supplements. I take care of me. Everything is firing on all cylinders. I am able to face everything. When the kids come home, I have the energy to give them. When the wife needs love, she's got, like, I have energy to sell. I am the busiest person you will ever meet, but you tell me, hey, Gio, Tuesday night, 6 o'clock, my place, we're eating, we're drinking, I'm there. I don't waste life. And in order to make the most out of it, Matteo, I need to be burning on I need to be firing. And there's no excuses. If I eat McDonald's 2 days in a row, oof, it slows down. It slows down. I follow what's called intuitive eating. Okay. I've done keto. I've done all kinds of different eating styles. The one that to me works best, that's kept me in the best shape, is intuitive eating, which is very simple. I eat something now, in 30 minutes from now, how do I feel? If I feel good, I can continue eating it. If I feel like garbage, it has to leave.
hmm.
It's the same thing as if I tell you, go out the door and climb the steps. You do that, you get to the top of the steps, you get to where you got to go, you're healthy. But if I tell you, hey, Matteo, do me a favor, run through the wall, then go up the steps, you may not even make it through the wall. Well, the wall is garbage. The wall is all the negative shit that you put into your body, into your mind. The door is right there. Take it. It's healthy. It keeps you alive. Every now and then you'll run a little bit faster and you'll nick the door frame, but ow, you make it. But that's my routine every single day. And let me tell you, the success that I am living personally, socially, professionally has been stronger than it's ever been. And all it is I start off by taking care of me. So now I want to hear about your routine while I continue to
Drink your monster. I love it. I love it. And thanks for sharing. I mean, it sounds like by 7:30 a.m., I mean, you've done so much that you're coming from a place like you've killed the day already. And it's only 7:30 a.m. where, you say you're actually starting your day. But how, it sounds it's so easy to come from a place of peace when you've accomplished so much before you get to the craziness. Right? Imagine waking up at, 7:15 and just quickly washing your face and getting downstairs to your office and you starting at 7:30. You're going to be all wound up. Everything, you're going to be wound up so tight that your whole day is going to reflect that. And a lot of people do this.
and not everybody needs to get up at 3:30 in the morning. Everybody finds what they need. Everybody finds the routine. And this is what upsets me about health coaches. This is what I hate about trainers. The ones that are all cookie cutter, like, Matteo, you want to lose 10 pounds, you're gonna do this, and this, and you're gonna eat this, and this. Gio, you want to lose, you're gonna do exactly the same plan as Matteo did, and then, hey, Frank, you want to lose 10 pounds, you're gonna do. Stop. I've even seen it when, like, I've helped people on a health style. I'll give one example that I absolutely love. One client, she's like, my doctor told me I need more potassium in my diet. She's like, he wants me to eat 2 bananas a day. He goes, Gio, when I eat a banana, I swell. I don't feel good. I'm dizzy. What I think she's developing an allergy. Again, I'm not a doctor. But if you tell me I eat banana, I know feel good, doesn't take a rocket scientist, right? So what
Bananas.
do? We go on Google. Replacements for potassium. Don't recommend bananas. And there was a list of like 45 things that came up. So she's like, ooh, I like this, and I like that, and I like this, and I like that. So I was like, every day do this because you've got your blood test in 2 weeks. Take this, and then let's see. She comes back. She's like, oh my gosh. She's like, the potassium levels were fantastic. Did you tell your doctor about the banana? She's like, yeah. I didn't tell her to stop medication because that I can't do. Like, obviously, like, I'd be stupid to. But if your body reacts to what it likes and what it doesn't like.
And when it comes to that, so myself, I've tried every diet. So I'm a certified personal trainer with ISA and certified nutritionist. And I did that not so much. I use it to when I coach people as well, but I did it firstly for myself because I'm all over the biohack world. I love it, and it's not a one size, like you said. It's not a one size fits all solution for everyone. You can't just tell everybody to do the same thing. Everybody's body reacts differently to everything. So I tried pescatarian diet, vegetarian diet, vegan diet, carnivore, pure carnivore, keto. I've tried them all. And there's certain ones that I felt better on. Believe it or not, carnivore, I felt the best on. I felt super strong, full of energy. The mental clarity was off the charts on the carnivore. Just not, I found that it wasn't a long term, it wasn't good for like long term, for it to be something for me to do long term. So anyway, Now I do mostly a keto, I would say, more high fat, high protein, lower carb diet, and that works best for me. Now, going on to my day, how that rolls out is I wake up at 6 a.m. every morning. What I do that I really love is I go to the bathroom to brush my teeth, but I brush it with my left hand, with the opposite dominant hand. And what that does is it wakes up the brain. It wakes up the right side of my brain, which is still asleep and not firing. So neurons that fire together wire together. So you want to activate different regions of your brain. All right. So first thing I do, brush my teeth. Second thing I do, I look in the mirror. I look at myself. If you ever notice, whenever you look in the mirror, you're not really looking at yourself unless you actually pay attention, look at your face, look at yourself. And I tell myself, I love you out loud 20 times. At first, my wife thought, what's up with this guy? But I'm telling you, you do that 20 times every morning and then you high five yourself in the mirror. Okay. High five yourself in the mirror. That gives you a dopamine rush that stays hours and hours into the day. It'll give you that dopamine rush because any time in your life that you've high-fived someone, whether it was at a sporting event, you're like, yeah. So every time you have that connection to that happy place, that you were happy. You're never upset in high-fiving someone. That never happens. Okay. So from birth, from the time you could high-five to now, you have that connection. So by doing that every day, it's just a fantastic way to wake up and start your day.
Can I
From
do
there,
like the Fresh Prince who did Mirror, Mirror on the Wall? Jean-Claude Van Damme, I look good. Would that
yeah,
work?
man. Of course you can. Yeah, of course you can.
Sorry, I'm being stupid. Go ahead.
Yeah, I know. It's all good. So then after that, I go downstairs and I do some Wim Hof breathing. So you can get this on, if someone PMs me, I can send it to them. You can get it on YouTube. It's an 11-minute video. And Wim Hof, they also known as the Iceman, it's the guy that goes under, he does the cold plunges and does this deep breathing. Anyway, I don't get into the ice first thing in the morning, but I'll do the deep breathing. It's 20 reps, 3 sets of 20, and then you hold your breath out for about a minute and a half. It is amazing. It completely changes and calms your it brings you from parasympathetic nervous system to sympathetic nervous system to parasympathetic nervous system. Your sympathetic nervous system, that's your fight or flight. Okay, that's where we're in a lot of the times. Your parasympathetic is your calm, your relaxed state. And that's what it does. It promotes the parasympathetic nervous system to activate by doing that deep breathing. After that, I'll do a 10-minute meditation. And the meditation is a gratitude meditation where I'll sit there. I'll be grateful for everything in my life. I look for what I want to accomplish in the next day, the next week, the next year. I put it out there in the universe. And it's actually, you're wiring your brain. So your RAS, your reticular activating system, activates when you're doing this type of meditation. It's like, you ever wanted to purchase like a red, a red Toyota. And all of a sudden you've never seen red Toyotas, but now that you want to purchase one, you see them all the time.
Everywhere.
You see them everywhere. That's because your RAS is activated and you're looking for this. Okay. So anyway, by doing the meditation, it sets your day up for winning, man. You've already won. So after that, it's about 7:00, start my workout, and I'll work out for about 45 minutes. I have a gym in my house. I usually do like P90X. It's an old workout, or Lift 4. So it's something through Beachbody. It's one of those apps, and do that every morning. And that, my friend, is how I start my day. I get ready for work afterwards, and I'm ready to go. And it's
you must feel superhuman at the time that you start your work day.
I feel amazing. And another thing I do, which I do recommend, like I said, it's not for everyone, but I do a 36-hour fast every Monday. So today My last meal was last night at 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. I will not eat until tomorrow, probably 9 or 10 a.m. So that's almost the 40 hours. I do that once a week. And the benefits of that, I mean, it's all over social media. If you look at the benefits of fasting, huge, amazing.
But again, it's all about finding what works for you. You tell me to fast for 40 hours, I'll look at you like you're a psychopath, right? But for you, it works, and that's great. At the end of the day, the message that we're trying to convey is that everyone has their own way. Everyone's body works in their own way.
Yeah. And you have to find what works for you. And as coaches, this is something we'll expose. We'll have that conversation. Okay, what does your morning look like? What are you doing? What are you eating? Where are you having the most difficult time with energy? What have you done in the past? What are you doing now? What can we do? Small things. We're not going to just, flip your world upside down. It's never going to stick that way. Small things will realign you with your goals and get you moving forward to that and get you to that place where it's not going to come from us. You're going to feel better every
Look,
day.
I'll give you an example. I did one thing. I asked one of my clients to watch what they eat for a week. I wanted like just a breakdown. Nothing crazy. What'd you eat for breakfast? What'd you have as a snack, lunch, dinner, whatever? And I told them like 30 minutes later on a scale of 1 to 10, what's your energy level? What we've noticed is, and I have the same thing, when we eat carbs in the morning, we have more energy during the day and we go to bed ready to sleep. The second that he has carbs after 2 p.m. at night, floored. No energy. So the thing is that as of the afternoon, his body has a harder time breaking down carbs. So if he has it in the morning, great, but at night, just be a little bit, not saying don't have it, but just be aware that, you know, and it's the funniest thing, like if we're going to sit down and drink whiskey together, I know I have 1 dram, I'm good. I have 2, I'm good. It also depends on the speed of which I drink. So when it comes to drinking alcohol, people are like, no, but if you have 7 beers, you're going to be smashed. So instead of having 7, have, 5. Whatever. It's the same thing when it comes to food.
Mhm.
You have to watch what it is that you put in because you know how your body reacts. I'm 220 pounds. I can take a lot more alcohol than somebody who is 165. So it's all about learning those doses of everything that goes into your body. I love to work out for an hour and a half. You do it for 45 minutes. Other people need 30. Some people just need a morning walk. But it's breaking down and finding what it is that you want, that your body reacts to, that keeps you stronger, that keeps you healthy. But that all addresses the physical side. Then there's the mental side as well. First of all, I'm a firm believer that when you handle the physical, you can handle the mental a whole lot better.
Oh, oh yeah.
But I'm also
Yeah.
careful on what I consume visually. I limit the stupidities that I see on social media. Doesn't mean that I don't do anything stupid. I like to sit down at night and turn my brain off and watch a show like Shorzy, which it's just you turn your brain off, you watch it, you enjoy it, you laugh, you go to bed. We all need that. But it's when you overconsume everything that we have, where rather than watching 2 hours of TV a night, try reading for half an hour. Try watching something that's actually educational for you.
Very powerful. Very
My
powerful.
Instagram is loaded as much with stupidity as stuff that's about personal development, that's about sales, that's So if I'm at home and I'm watching videos that include Simon Sinek or Daniel G, who's like this ultra salesman in the US,
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeding my brain positive information. If I'm watching Love is Blind and like a guy that, dresses up whatever way to do whatever stunt, I'm damaging brain cells more than anything else. So it's everything that you consume. As much food, as much on the physical, but as much on the intellectual side. And when you figure out, and it takes time, but when you figure out that combination to your body, it can't be stopped.
No, you are a machine. You are a machine, and when you have that proper coaching, that proper guidance to help you, if you need that help, some people can be self motivated to do this, and that's great. Keep trying things that work, what makes you feel better. But if you need someone to guide you and to help you, to expose you to what you're doing and what you could be doing, and get you kind of bridge that gap of where you are to where you want to be, that's a huge game changer. And we, as coaches, we practice what we preach. We told you what our routines are. And that came from years of changing things around and what makes us feel good. We practice what we preach. Quick story. So there's a guy that I used to see him at the gym all the time, and this guy was like, he had the body I wanted. This guy was ripped. He looked fantastic. And one day I saw him with a personal trainer, and I was kind of dumbfounded because he was in much better shape than the personal trainer, much better shape. So I went to him and I said, "Hey, Herb, how are you, man? What's going on?" The personal trainer had walked away to get something, and I said, "What's going on? You got a personal trainer?" And he's like, "Yeah, I feel like I've plateaued a bit, and I've kind of been the same kind of weight and this and that, and I just wanted to change it up, so I got a personal trainer." So I said, "But Herb, wouldn't you want to get a personal trainer that's actually in better shape than you are? Like, I wouldn't want to get financial advice from someone that's on welfare, someone that's on social assistance." And he said, "You know what?" He turned around, he goes, "You're right. You're right." And that's the last time I seen that personal trainer. So the point of the story is, ladies and gentlemen, we practice what we preach. We're not just talking out of our butts. We practice as we're preaching this. So when you're ready to make that move, to make that leap, we're here for you. Gio?
I'm going to take it a step further. We might not be the ones for you. When you are looking for a coach, first of all, we're coaches that say we might not be for you, but find somebody for you is a total contradiction in the coaching world because all coaches are like, no, you got to come to me. You got to come to. No, we're here to provide information. We're here to guide you. We're here to say, if you're not going to work with us, at the very least, pick somebody who's going to listen to you. Pick somebody who is not cookie cutter. Pick somebody who is going to get to know you and how you function. And personal opinion, one on one. Be careful with the group stuff because when you have 6 people in a group, those 6 people are different. So what's good for one is not good for the others. But when you want to have at the very least that full analysis, we're more than happy to work with you. We're more than happy to take a look at it and you see if there's a connection there. But the person has to listen to you, has to get to know you. Don't get locked into 150,000 sessions where you can't get out if it doesn't work for you. Because at the end of the day, you might only need 3 sessions with somebody, and then you complete your path with that person. And you may not need to divorce them professionally because you've completed your path and you can go on and do whatever it is. My take is always I want to work with people. Usually within 3-4 sessions, we have a transformation, and I give you all the information you need to go try on your own. I've had coaches that are like, so are we signing a year-long deal? No. Thank you.
This is not talk therapy. Okay? Not talk therapy. We want you to have measurable changes and for you to carry that forth when no one's watching.
That's all it
Gio,
is. Yes, sir.
you're, you're clear about support systems and having that crew, not a crowd. Tell us why having the wrong people, what that could do and why that makes this process even worse.
You know, when we were kids, we learned about good and bad influences, right? This person is
Mm-hmm.
good for you, this person is bad for you. If you had decent parents in your corner, our parents try to tell you, like, surround yourself with good people. We tend to forget that lesson as we get older, right? You tell your kids, make sure you have good people in your corner, and then you go hang out Friday night with somebody who's nothing but a leech, as much emotionally, intellectually, or financially. You need people. I'm going to go back to what you said about the trainer. You need people that are going to push you to the next level, that are at a level that you want to be at, or that both of you can aspire to be at. If somebody just talks negative, they're going to drown you in a pool of negativity. So whoever you keep around you, if it's positive and strength and let's move forward and let's get better and let's get stronger, cool. If they don't bring that strength to your life, what are they there for?
Mm-hmm. And you are a product of your environment. I mean, when you're around people that are even people that you've known for a while, and you're constantly talking about what we did, back in the day, no, no, no. What are we
When
doing
all you're
now?
doing is watching like highlight reels of your past,
Yeah.
and it's sad because, and I'm going to call this industry out a little bit, but you see it a lot in the sports world.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, coach back in 1992 won the high school championship. And then, hey, did you hear about the story in 1993 when I did this? But what about now? Who are you now? Who do you want to be? When I
Yeah.
die, I don't want to be remembered for what I did in fucking 1998. Like, 1998 was almost damn 30 years ago. What the hell have I done in the 3 decades since? I'm not going to be remembered for that?
Mm-hmm.
Or the ones that constantly love to have bitching sessions. Oh, me and the
Mm.
girls tonight, we're going to have wine and we're going to complain about men and blah, 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 blah. What positivity are you doing?
Man, you got to get rid of those people like the plague. Those people got to go out of your life. Those are the first people. And I know it's tough because some of them could be your family or close friends or people you've known for so long. But you have to really limit your time with people like this. These people will suck the life out of you.
And the thing is that once you leave their circle, they're not going to care. They're just going to go
These,
leech on to somebody else, right? And I'm going to start referencing Eric Thomas a lot because Eric Thomas is a motivational speaker that got me through a lot of dark moments. And I'm going to end off with this. Think of yourself as a rechargeable battery. You wake up in the morning, you do your routine, you're at 100%. Naturally, during the day, you're going to drop. You can't stay at 100%. It's impossible. So you come home and let's say, you've had a semi rough day, you're down to about 70%. And then you get that phone call from that person, the one that you roll your eyes at. See, you already have the name of that person in your head, and those of you at home already have the name of that person in your head. You go through a 25-minute conversation about their victim mentality and how everything in their life is wrong and blah, 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 blah. You walk into your house and you're now down to 35%. Does your family deserve to get the 35% of you? Do you deserve to go down to 35%? You want to be in my entourage? When I leave any moment with you, my energy needs to be higher. Matteo, when you and I talk, I walk out, my energy levels are higher. Same thing with, you know, my best friend Mark, that whenever we talk, I'm always out of it with a better energy level. Spending time with Alex, spending time with my family. When I hear, oh, this person wants us to do supper, nope, nope, I won't. Because I know that spending an evening with that person is going to leave me drained. They're going to leave me drained. And there's certain people that I can only give them an hour of my time because I know that after an hour, I'm way too burned. So look at yourself. And if you take a look at Eric Thomas, there's a motivational album called The Prescription. And I think the clip is called Charge or Recharge, one of the two. But if you go listen and you start analyzing those around you, you're going to be a lot more selective as to who you spend time with.
Yeah, that's dead on, Gio. And I'll take this one step further, which is something that you have control over. I mean, you have control over the people that you obviously surround yourself with. But what happens when you're alone and you're sitting in a room or you're in bed? That negative self talk, that's got to stop. You got to be very cognizant of that negative self talk. And instead of saying, I can't do this, just reframe it. I haven't done this yet. I'm
Yep,
working on this. Never say you can't. Take certain words out of your vocabulary. It's very important because self sabotage is one of the worst things you can do to yourself. I
absolutely.
often correct people when I hear them. I'll ask them something and I'll say, "Oh, if they ask me about intermittent fasting, I can't do that." I said, "Don't say you can't. How do you know you can't?" "Oh, I've tried this before." And okay, it's not something you can't do. It's something perhaps you don't want to do.
You don't see the
Anyway, let's
value
remove
in
that.
it.
Yeah, they don't. They don't.
But when you hang around negative people, you're not going to see much value in anything. Surround yourself with people who recharge your battery and show you the value of life and how to enjoy it. And when you do that and you take care of your mind, you take care of your body, take care of your spirit, all of it, it gives you everything you need to face your divorce head on.
Amen.
So, folks, thank you for tuning into this episode. I hope you guys are starting to understand more and more what it takes to get through. And we're going to get through, start talking about getting prepared and choosing your attorney and everything else. But there is an immense need to educate you about your mindset and your approach and who's around you, because we can't stress this enough. Divorce is 20% legal, 80% you. And if you don't take care of you, trust me, you're going to be hurting for a long time. So, Matteo, brother, thank you. As always, folks, thank you for listening. And we cannot wait to bring you the next episode. So, give us a follow on all of our social medias. Tell your friends. If you have people going through divorce or through a tough time, share our stuff with them. We're here for you, and we're going to continue being there for you. And we'll see you in the next show.